Hello everybody, back to another Wisdom Wednesday. Today we're going to talk about the Niagara Escarpment a little bit. Sorry in advance for this little light here. I don't know how to cover it because it's kind of a dark area. Anyways, so here what we're looking at is the Niagara Escarpment, kind of like a cross section of it. And the escarpment was formed millions of years ago when it used to be the bottom of an ancient ocean. So all the dead stuff kind of piled itself up and over time compressed into rocks. So we have a whole bunch of different rock layers, and really they're broken down into three main sections. So the red, that is the Queenstone Shale layer. That's the bottom of the escarpment. That's pretty constant throughout the entire escarpment, no matter where you are. The best example where you can see this is the Cheltenham Badlands. I still don't know how to pronounce that, but I'll put a picture up. And then in the middle, we have the mid layers, which are really the layers that vary in size depending on where you are on the escarpment. And then the top is Lockport Amabel Dolostone. It's just a really hard type of limestone. And that's the cap rock across the whole escarpment, and that's also a pretty constant size layer. So it's really just the mid layers that will change throughout the time. Okay, so now we kind of have, looking at the escarpment all the way from Niagara to Tobermory, and then a little bit into Manitoulin Island, because it does continue on. The Niagara Escarpment, mainly we just think of it going from Niagara River to Tobermory, but it does continue on after you have the little inlet to Georgian Bay. It continues along Manitoulin Island, and it even hops down and goes through Michigan as well. But what we're going to be looking at is the different layers and kind of where they roughly start and end. Now these are just the main layers. There's other layers mixed in, a lot of just random kind of little layers, but these are kind of like the main layers. So first off at the bottom you have your Queenstone Shale. That is the base for the entire escarpment, and it's leftover mud from a river delta, and it is red because it's very rich in iron. And then next you have the Whirlpool Sandstone, which it is on top of the Queenstone Shale from the Niagara River, and it kind of tapers off as it heads north to the Collingwood area. And so the Whirlpool Sandstone, as it gets farther away from the source of its sediments, which was the Appalachian Mountains, that's why it kind of tapers off and it gets smaller, and it doesn't exist past Collingwood. Okay, so next up we have this light blue layer here. This is Manitoulin Dolostone. So from Hamilton to Collingwood, it sits on top of the Whirlpool Sandstone. And once the Whirlpool Sandstone disappears, you actually have the Manitoulin Dolostone that sits directly on top of the Queenstone Shale. And it was formed in a shallow seabed, which most of the layers were formed in a shallow seabed. Next up we have the Cabot Head Shale, which is kind of this orange blob here. So it runs from Hamilton to Cabot Head, which is kind of the east tip of the Bruce Trail National Park on the peninsula. So it doesn't quite make it all the way to Tobermory. And it is a mainly red shale layer mixed in with gray-green shale layers, and it has very thin layers of dolostone mixed in as well. And now the Cabot Head Shale, it was formed near shore in a very muddy environment, and as the water came and went, it kind of created a little clear area. That's how most of the dolostone was formed there. So next up we have Fossil Hill Dolostone. It is this blue layer here. So it starts in the Collingwood area, and until the Cabot Head Shale disappears, it is sitting on top of that, and then it just kind of continues on top of the Manitoulin Dolostone. And it was formed in a sea, and obviously from its name, it's full of fossils. And last up we have the cap rock layer. So we kind of have the two different formations. So we have the Lockport Dolostone and the Amabel Dolostone. And as you can see right here, they very gradually merge into each other. So from the Niagara River to Hamilton, you have the Lockport Dolostone, and from Hamilton continuing on, you have the Amabel Dolostone. They're really quite equal. It's just a little bit different in the formation, but I feel like it's time to talk about what Dolostone is. Don't need much of an explanation, don't need any drawing. Dolostone is limestone that over time has been calcified, and it's just really extra hard limestone, kind of like your bones if you drink milk. That has been it for this video. So hopefully you learned something, even if you just remember the Queenstone Shale. That's a good start. That's the bottom. So yeah, that's it for me. Bye-bye. Okay guys, Nolan here. Thanks for watching another video. If you like that, there's another video over here. YouTube thinks you like. You can subscribe over here. There's another video over here. Check out the website down here. Cool. All right. Thank you. Bye.